I was shocked. We are not at war with foreign countries. We are killing each other in our home country.
I feel sad because the military council didn't give us any support when we were in trouble. More than that, they were dictators and they mistreated us.
Hello and welcome to Doa Than, a weekly podcast about human rights stories from Myanmar. It's brought to you by Foundation Hirondelle. The announcement by the military council of a new conscription law has created a fresh wave of fears for young people in Myanmar, many who already saw their hopes shattered after the 2021 coup. Scared of being forced into an unpopular military, many are fleeing to Thailand. But once they're there, they face new challenges, including a lack of opportunities, as well as the risk of exploitation. This is the second episode that looks at the military's conscription law, following one that looks at the situation in Rakhine State. This episode is produced by a Doa Than journalist. Names and voices may have been changed to protect contributors.
I didn't want to flee. I didn't want to leave my home. Living there became difficult. At my age, I was an easy target for them. I couldn't sleep well at night. When I would wake up, my thoughts would dwell on that. I felt suffocated.
The last few months have been a nightmare for Kawong Myat. It began in February when the military junta in Myanmar enacted a long-dormant conscription law that can effectively force millions of people into an army that many of them despise. Kawong Myat is 26 years old and as such falls into the age grade of a law that requires all men aged 18 to 35 and women aged 18 to 27 to serve in the military for at least 2 years. Before the announcement, Kawong Myat lived in Molomyai in Mon State, working full-time for a company. However, after hearing the news that he could be forced into the military, he left, crossing the Thai-Myanmar border into Mae Sot.
I was kind of in two minds. I had to leave my comfort zone. I left my own business and my work at the company which pays me regularly. I went to the border.
Kawong Myat is now trying to find work in Thailand, but job opportunities are limited, especially since thousands of Myanmar people have fled there given the insecurity in their home country. The public military service law was passed in 2010 under former leader Senior General Than Shwe, but was never previously enacted. That changed in February when coup leader Senior General Min Aung Hlaing announced the law would be enforced. Koaka 22 said he was shocked when he heard the news.
I was shocked. We are not at war with foreign countries. We are killing each other in our home country. Why do they want us to serve the military? If we went to the jungle to join the other side, our family members would be in trouble and we wouldn't return home. I understand it. If I joined the military council, I would be in trouble as well. I was caught in between. That's why I left this country.
He has now left the country twice since the coup. First going to Thailand in 2021 before returning due to the challenges of living as an undocumented migrant there. 5 months after returning, he left again after the conscription law was announced. Mongtura, 19, from Ye Township, Mon State, is in a similar position. He said that his town has become deserted as young people left. Concerned about what might happen to him, he said his parents took out a loan and sent him to southern Thailand where he's living with relatives. Mongtura's education was already destroyed by the military coup of 2021 and he now feels lost in Thailand.
At first, when the coup happened, I could somewhat manage to follow my hobby. I intended to attend the 10th grade and would sit for the exam. I didn't care about the result, and I would play football, which is my passion. Now I am in Thailand, away from my parents, my ambition, and the sport. I feel sad because the military council didn't give us any support when we were in trouble. More than that, they were dictators and they mistreated us. Because of their acts, our hopes and goals were lost. Mainly, I had to stop my education when I was about to finish the matriculation.
Many people are in a state of panic over the conscription law. In some parts of the country, notification letters are being sent to houses and announcements are being broadcast over megaphone. After the law was announced, strict checks were introduced on young people, particularly in major cities. As a result of people's fear about being conscripted, many of the streets remained quiet. A lottery system has been set up for conscription, and in some places people are raising funds to hire substitutes should they be conscripted. As such, the poorest people have few options available to them. A lottery system has been set up for conscription, and in some places people are raising funds to hire substitutes. As such, the poorest people have few options available to them. Many young people are fleeing to Thailand or hiding in rural areas. With so many people trying to leave the country, there have been queues of thousands of people at passport offices. Those who cannot go abroad legally are fleeing over land borders, mainly to Thailand. But once there, they face new challenges, including a lack of job opportunities and the risk of exploitation due to the lack of documentation they have. Thailand-based labour activists have said that more than 100 Myanmar citizens who crossed the Thai-Myanmar border were arrested within a month of the conscription law being enacted. Mae Sabai, 23, entered Thailand illegally at Koh Thong, Tanintai region, with 4 friends. But one of the friends she was travelling with was arrested by Thai authorities, she said.
When I first found out that both men and women had to serve in the military, I didn't know what to do. I had to consider what I should do next and where I should go. I decided that leaving is better than waiting. Now my friend got arrested on our way to Rayon. She is just a young woman. On the way, the thought that it could have been me who got arrested scared me. My parents don't have money. We borrowed money for this trip. When I arrived here, no one helped me. I have got no money too.
The situation has created a nightmare for many young people in Myanmar. The country's economy was on an upward trajectory when the military coup of 2021 took place, creating a number of job opportunities for young people in a range of new industries. Many left after the coup due to fears about rising violence, the risk of arrest or the state of the economy. But many stayed behind, either because they had little choice or in the hope that the situation might improve for the better. The announcement of the conscription law has brought new anxieties for these young people who stayed behind, who also face difficulties if they choose to go abroad. Koong Myat said he feels hopeless about the future.
I was about to achieve my ambition. I don't want to think about what will happen tomorrow. I was just starting to get settled. I had a regular income. I had planned to build a life together with my girlfriend so we could enjoy our days. Now I don't have a regular income. I had to leave my family and my girlfriend. I don't know what to do next.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Doa Than. We'd welcome your feedback on social media. This project on human rights reporting is supported by Fondation Hirondelle with the help of our donors. You can listen to our podcast via the Doa Than Facebook page. They can also be found on SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes and Spotify. You can also listen every Saturday night from 9 till 10 PM and Sunday morning from 6 to 7 AM on Voice of America Radio. Please tune in again next week.